Hi everyone, it's Richard here. It's Friday, it's lunchtime. I'm working from home today, and my workplace this week have been running a campaign as part of Mental Health Awareness Week, where they've been sharing stories of people who work where I work and their issues around mental health. And there's been, depression and OCD and self harm, and lots of really moving stories which have all been anonymised and stuff. And for me, it's really raised the profile of knowing that there are people with mental health difficulties who are perhaps have had times where they were unable to work, but are at work and are working and are thriving in society. And it got me thinking about the theme of this year's Mental Health Awareness Week, which is about, are you surviving or are you thriving? And I just wanted to very quickly share my experience of a mental health issue. I was kind of quite low down the scale, and a few years ago, my IBD was tricky. There were issues going on with that, and then I had some personal stuff going on as well. With my mum was not very well, and one day I was sitting at work in my office, and I wasn't feeling great. I kind of had been lacking a little bit of motivation for a little while. I'm going to try and tidy my desk, try and kind of sort stuff out, and so I started doing that, and then I just went no, and I literally walked out of the office, put the stuff back, walked out, and I rang my boss and I said, something's not right, and I went and saw my GP the next day, who was brilliant, and asked me some questions, did a little questionnaire with me, and said, well, okay, you don't have depression, but you do have low mood. You're having a period of time of low mood. And when I talked about what was going on and everything, he said, that's, actually, that's not surprising. It's not surprising that it's not uncommon. I was like, oh, okay. So he didn't want to prescribe me any drugs at that time, but he referred me to talking therapies. So where I lived at the time, there was a service called Lift Psychology, so I saw them, had an assessment. They set me up with some online CBT, cognitive behavioural therapy, which is about challenging your thoughts and kind of trying to reframe how you see the bad stuff. And I attended a couple of group sessions with them as well, one about managing stress at work, and I can't remember what the other one was now, as it was a few years ago, but that was really good. Now, I had previously, some years before, when I had been really, really unwell with my IBD way back when I had to have my pouch advancement, I'd had some counselling. And actually I had some further counselling at work around this time too, and that was really, really great, really positive for me, and I know it doesn't work for everyone. So anyway, this has just been a really short video to say, because often in the IBD community, on a lot of the forums and things, you will see people who have got diagnosed mental health conditions, or have been diagnosed with depression alongside that, and it's great that they can share and share their experience as well. But I never felt like what my perception of perhaps depression was, but I knew that something wasn't right, and the first step always is acknowledging that yourself, and and seeking some help. And in my experience, your GP is a great place to start. So anyway, I just wanted to take a few minutes out today, coming towards the end of Mental Health Awareness Week, to share that with you. So check out their hashtag, very poorly scribbled with a Sharpie on a piece of paper, and thank you for listening.